nu? Salutare, salutare și bine v-am găsit! Am zis să fac un live în timp ce ascult ceva interesant, poate vă interesează și pe voi, și în același timp o să și mănânc, că mi-e foame și eu mănânc, studiez, citesc, gândesc, fac mai multe lucruri în același timp. Sunt dislexic și nu mă pot concentra pe un lucru, trebuie să sar de la unul la altul. Da? Și aș vrea să vă iau cu mine în aventura asta. Avem aici astăzi, vă prezint, cum îi zice de la... Când mi-arăt hainele, când mi-arăt ce mănânc ele alea. Avem aici o frumoasă porție de dovlecel, da? Supă cremă de dovleac. Avem aici un aguacate, avocado, da? Nu e guacamole, că n-are usturoi. Și aici avem o salată de verde. Da. Nu o mâncăm, o fumăm. Și acum hai să-i dăm drumul la clip. Clipul este Goobie Doobie, Help Your Body Heal. Sinopsis. Așa că rămâneți aproape, în timp ce vă uitați la mine cum mănânc, vă uitați și la el ce spune. Stați pe fază. Să dăm mai tare.
Hello, neighbors. This is Help Your Body Heal.
Hello,
episode, I believe it's 8. Yeah, episode 8. This is the synopsis episode, or the TLDW. Too long, didn't watch the other episodes episode. This likely marks the end of this Help Your Body Heal series, because I feel like I've accomplished what I wanted to. What I wanted to do was share the information that I gained over many years of being a doctor and neurosurgeon. So I did 4 years of medical school, 6 years of neurosurgery training at Duke University, and I practiced for a little over 9 years as a neurosurgeon, doing mostly spine surgery, but some brain surgery. And what I learned over that time was that the body has an amazing capacity to heal. And I also learned that most people don't know that. They think that they need pills, surgery, or injections to heal. And they don't know that how much power that they have individually for themselves to help their body heal. Because our healthcare system isn't set up that way. It's not set up to help people help themselves heal. It's set up to help people heal by giving them very expensive medications and surgeries, so that hospitals, doctors, pharmaceutical companies, insurance companies, and medical device companies can make a lot of money. The system is set up for profit over people. Because if you have somebody who is chronically ill, you can make a lot more money by keeping them sick and maybe helping them a little bit, but as long as they stay sick and they have to keep taking the medication or keep getting surgeries, you can make a ton of money. And that's really evil, in my opinion. So I walked away from medicine, and I'm not going to go back. I mean, I still have my license, but doing that job nearly killed me. I would have died if I kept going, and so I don't intend to go back. But I do intend to share this really important knowledge with everybody for free, because everyone needs to know this, and that they can help themselves heal. So
I'm listening. Ochi și urechi.
We're going to summarize the information from the prior 7 episodes. Most important thing is diet. Most of us are poisoning our body with things that are called food, but they're actually just poisoning us. If you go into a grocery store, the vast majority of food that's on the shelves is poison. It's not actually food. They have too much salt, too much sugar, too much oil, all these preservatives, all these chemicals that who knows where the heck they came from. Those are processed foods, mainly. Those hurt the body. The body doesn't know how to use those well or store away the chemicals properly, they end up hurting our body. So you want to stick with real foods, whole foods. That's vegetables, fruits, whole grains, nuts and seeds, and legumes like beans, peas, and lentils. Those are very healthy for the body. The body knows how to use them. It knows how to get the vitamins, minerals, carbohydrates, proteins, and fats that it needs out of those foods. So you want to stick with those foods. Animal foods are okay occasionally, but if we eat just animal foods or animal foods all the time, it's going to cause problems with inflammation. You want to get fiber. Animal foods don't have fiber. You need fiber to help your microbiome. So the microbiome is episode 3. There's 100 trillion bacteria in our tummy, and they live in symbiosis with us. That means we help each other. They're our friends. We are their friend. We provide a home for them. They provide chemicals that we can't make on our own. When they eat fiber, which is not in animal foods, it's in whole food, plant-based foods, when they eat that, they're happy, they're diverse, they're healthy, and they help our immune system stay healthy. And our immune system is what our body uses to repair things that got worn out or injured, and it uses the immune system to fight off things like infections from viruses and bacteria or cancer. Those are mutated cells in our body that start to grow abnormally, and they start taking over places they shouldn't. Our immune system can sense that and kill that cancer before it becomes a big problem. Without a healthy microbiome, we cannot have a healthy immune system, and we cannot have a healthy body. So, you got to make sure your microbiome is happy. And a good rule of thumb is try to have 5 servings of veggies and fruit minimum every day. If you could have 10, boy, your microbiome is going to be super healthy and happy, and so will your body. That also helps your mind be healthy too, because a healthy gut also leads to a healthy mind. Processed foods, we talked about, are poison for the body. Now that's probably why fasting helps a lot of people. Fasting is stopping eating and maybe just drinking water for a determined amount of time. Fasting can help your body repair because you're not poisoning it continuously. You stop giving it the bad food. But we need food to function. We need energy. And so that's why fast cannot be continued indefinitely. You'd starve to death. You need healthy foods. So whole food, plant-based foods, no added sugar, oil, or salt. But the salt is interesting because we humans sweat a lot to cool off and be able to exercise for a long time, endurance running. If you sweat a lot, like you have a job where you're outside in the heat, sweating a ton, you will be losing salt in your sweat. And you need to replace that in the food. So you need to eat a little saltier. But if you live in a cold climate and you don't sweat much, and you say you have a desk job in an air-conditioned room, you don't need to eat that salty. And the recommendation is ideally 1,500 milligrams of sodium or less. And there are hunter-gatherer tribes who actually live in jungles. They eat around 700 milligrams of sodium. So you really don't need that much. Most Americans get over 3,000, like 3,500 milligrams or more. And that hurts our microbiome. It hurts our body. And I talked about that in episode 2 and 2A, I believe. All right, so that's the food part. There's the rest part. You need to sleep around 7 to 8 hours on average every day. Now, if you're recovering from an illness or an injury or a very stressful emotional time, you probably need to sleep more than 7 to 8 hours, like 9 or 10 hours or 12, depending on how much healing you have to do. So you got to listen to your body and give it what it needs. And that's really important because most people have forgotten what their body even sounds like. Your body is talking to you all the time. It tells you how much water to drink. Did you drink too much water? Do you need to drink more water? Do you need to eat? Do you need to rest? Listen to your body. It's talking to you, and you can trust it. You can learn to trust yourself. So that's the rest part, the diet part, exercise. Exercise is episode 7. Most people need 150 minutes of, on average, you need 150 minutes of low to moderate intensity exercise, like walking. And twice a week, do some resistance exercise where you weight lift and you exercise all the major muscle groups, your chest, your arms, your core, and your legs. You can exercise your mind and exercise listening to yourself and trusting yourself. There's many forms of exercise beyond just the physical aspect. And so those are kind of the main things. Now, psychoactive substances was episode 4. That's kind of its own little interesting topic. And if you're interested in that, like the effects of caffeine, alcohol, cannabis, tobacco, and psychoactive mushrooms, check that episode out. I didn't talk about illegal drugs. You really shouldn't be doing illegal drugs. Particularly, cocaine or heroin or abusing opioids. That's it's not going to help you in the long run. So if you are, just walk away from that. You'd be much better off without them. And in episode 5, which was the rest episode, and I talked about how you can get into a downward spiral. So if your body is sick, you're not feeling well, you can't exercise because it hurts too much, you can't sleep because you're in a lot of pain, you can end up in a downward spiral. And that's where a lot of people are. And it feels like you can lose hope and the will to live. If you're in that position, you can ask for help. Even just talking to somebody can help. There are hotlines you can look online. If you're in America and if you've really lost hope, you can call 988. Someone will talk with you, help you realize you're not alone, and give you some support and helpful advice. The best way to reverse a downward spiral is start with the diet. Start eating healthy foods. Give your microbiome and yourself the food you need and they need. And sleep. Get enough sleep. Then your body can start healing and feeling better and get stronger. You can start exercising because you feel better. You can sleep more because you're not hurting so much. That's really how you reverse a downward spiral and you make it into an upward spiral. Those are really the main concepts. And those are the main concepts of Help Your Body Heal, the series that I made. In other videos, so not this series, I talk about reconnecting with yourself, learning to trust yourself, learning to forgive yourself for hurting or neglecting yourself for a long time, and also how to protect yourself, which I'm going to make more episodes on that. And I talk about connecting with your neighbors, the people around you, the life forms around you, the animals, insects, birds, the water, the clouds, the mountains, nature. That's all part of healing. And I continue to make those episodes. But Help Your Body Heal series really focuses on the physical body and how to get it better. So now that I've made all these episodes, I was intending to make a spine episode, but when I made episode 6, which was talking about a dementia drug that was approved by the Food and Drug Administration, and I talked about the deception that went on in the publication and how it has very limited benefits and definitely has side effects, and how it might hurt some groups of people, like women. That gave me a lot of. It brought me back to the place that hurt me a lot as a doctor. The mental anguish that I went through watching the system choose profit over people, and it took me back to the place that was killing me. So for my own mental health and well-being, I am not going to make that spine episode. Maybe I'll make it in the future, but I highly doubt it. Because I choose life. I choose to be happy. I choose to be alive. And the main purpose of this Help Your Body Heal series was to help people realize they can help themselves. There are no superheroes. Superheroes only exist in fantasy movies like Neo in the Matrix, or Captain Marvel, Captain America, or Batman. They don't exist in real life. Doctor Strange doesn't exist in real life. There's no superhero that's going to come save you or me. We have to save ourselves and each other. We are all we have. And I wanted to make this series so that people realize they can help themselves. And they can help others. But really, the most important thing is choosing to help yourself. That's like the most important thing. And we can choose to help our neighbors out, because some neighbors are in unlivable situations, including maybe ourselves. And we can work together to make livable situations. So I'm going to continue to work on I'm going to continue to work on videos about that topic, which is connecting with myself, working on my mental well-being, mental health and well-being, work on connecting with others. How do we work together to make unlivable situations livable? Why are the social structures that we created the way that they are? Do we have to continue with them? Because it seems like a lot of these social structures are just sucking the life force out of everybody and everything in the planet and destroying the planet, our one and only home. So those are the things that I'm interested in. Derek Jensen is a very important author to me, thinker. Jensen, Derrick. He has an interesting name, spelling for Derek. He says, if we are to survive, we must find a new way to live or relearn an old way. And that's what I am very interested in. Because the way of life we have now is not working for the vast majority of people, except for maybe billionaires. And I think billionaires probably also think that it's not quite working for them either, even though they may have their yachts and mansions and doomsday bunkers. I think even they probably realize that this system is not working. I'm very interested in that, and I will continue to make videos, and I continue to share my thoughts and perspectives. But this really is, I think, the ending to the Help Your Body Heal series, at least for now. And I really appreciate everybody for contributing their perspective and knowledge. This really was kind of like an open source, I think that's what you call it, open source collaborative effort where we all work together. And I'm glad I could share this. I'm glad there's a platform, YouTube, where people can look at this for free. You don't have to pay for this knowledge. And please, if you find this helpful, share it with your friends. Share it with your loved ones. Because it's this information that you can help your body heal is so powerful. And I think that if people could realize that and help themselves heal, we can all be stronger. And when we're stronger, we can help each other. And when we help each other, we can make unlivable situations livable. Mm-hmm. Well, on that note, it is very dark outside, and I'm gonna go home.
Thanks for sharing.
I'll see you all in the next video.
Thanks for share, buddy.
Erklär's mir noch.
Well, ați fost aici cu mine de față. Am avut și prânzul împreună. Ăsta a fost episodul 7. Nu, a fost episodul 4. Nu, a fost episodul 8 și urmează să văd 7 și urmează 4. Așa că dacă sunteți interesați, Goobie and Doobie vă așteaptă. Am plecat, pa, pa!